Well, welcome back to the Kennedy's Power Sports YouTube channel, and today we're going to get into the old girl a little bit more here. So, last video, we pulled off the top end, gas tank, everything, got down to the heads, got down to the cylinders, and I kind of drew the line there because I didn't really want to get any unwanted things in there. But today, before we start rebuilding the top end, and I'm still waiting on the cylinder heads to come back, but that's okay. We're gonna get into the cam chest. So before we do that, let's show you what's going in there. So I did some research and talked to some people, most of the guys at Hammer Performance. Shout out to them for being, they've done Sportster stuff for a while, so I don't know why you wouldn't listen to them. So they hooked me up with the information and gave me the direction to get some Feulings. So I picked up some Feuling Reaper camshafts. Let's get into this box here. Now these are the 505 515 cams. I'm pretty sure they're just a bolt-in because they would have told me otherwise if they weren't. So what we're gonna do today is swap out these cams for the old stockers in there. But in order to do that, we gotta dig a little bit. Alright, so in order to get to the cam chest, we gotta remove a couple things. Like this peg here, brake pedal, and I'm gonna take off this highway peg bar deal thing because maybe I have something else coming that's gonna take that spot for it. So, we can just get rid of that real quick. There we go. Alright, so before we get into this, I got a little drip tray set up here. There's some electrical, one electrical connection that's got to come undone underneath, which is, you can't see it, but it's right up in here, tucked away. So I'll have to disconnect that, and then we can pull this cover off, and then get to timing this thing. Maybe pop the lifters out so we don't have anything amazing happen. And we'll put in those new bump sticks. Alright, so I was a bit of an idiot, and don't be like me. Look into stuff a little bit more. I thought you could just pull that cam cover off, but apparently underneath the timing side of things, there's that digital cup that reads ignition timing. And there's a little 5/16 bolt in there, and your boy missed it. So now I'm just gonna look up how to time this real quick. But here's how it looks right now. So this is inside the chest. This is definitely wrong. So I'm gonna fix that real quick before we keep going here. Alright, crisis averted. So, as you can see, I just went ahead and popped the lifter blocks off, clean the area of course, and pop these locking pins out. This is all a bit of a learning curve. This whole thing is a learning curve, hence why I totally just screwed it up. So I got these lifters up out of the way. Don't worry, everything's clean there. Give this a quick wipe down. Now, the way they do this, it's dot to dash, and then there's a dot to the dash, and then that's self-explanatory. Those line up. And then there's a dash here on this cam arm, or whatever you want to call it. And then there's a dot right here. That's probably really hard to see on camera. But that is in time, which is good. So crisis averted. Now let's get to the fun part and swap out these cams. So now, since that we know that our crank is in time and this whole deal is in time, which is big thumbs up, and we're gonna check it again anyway when we go back together. So another thing you want to check since you're in here, and apparently this is a common Sportster issue, is this oil pump gear drive right here. If this is really sharp, if you go to take it off, you need to change it. And again, just kind of plug in Hammer Performance here. They make a tool that actually bolts right here, locks out the cam, so you can get this nut off to get all of this gear drive assembly stuff off right here. Now, you don't want to hit this, I believe you don't want to hit it with an impact gun, I'm pretty sure, because Sportster cranks, and I think Harley cranks in general, are actually kind of sensitive to high impact and like side forces, and it'll actually get that whole thing out of whack. Like, these things have feelings, even though you can beat the absolute snot out of them. Don't ask me either. I think it's pretty weird, but it is what it is, right? So as you can see, our gear drive is in good shape, which is like a huge relief for me because I was a little bit stressed about that. And yeah, let's go ahead. We got our lifters up out of the way, so let's go ahead and pull these cams out and get these new cams in and all timed. With some assembly lube, of course. Don't forget that. All right, she's been swapped. Feels good, actually getting somewhere with this thing. All right, well, a couple noticeable differences. First off, the size of these gear teeth is absolutely massive. These are the stock guys. So if anything, all that really means is that this cam chest is gonna be noisy now, which is whatever, I don't really care. It's just there to do the thing. And the thing she shall do. So I'm gonna get the fresh gasket in here, probably put these lifters back down, which I should do first, and then start going back together. Unfortunately, we can't hear it run, which is a bummer, but at least I get the bottom end stuff done that I wanted to do. Alright guys, we got this cover back on, new cams installed, cleaned up the pushrod tube retainers, got some fresh gaskets in there. So, in the next video, I'm going to do something about this ignition because now it's got to go, because we're going to be making some horse puppies with this. So, that's all for now. Like, comment, and subscribe. I mean, it's appreciated. And we'll see y'all in the next one.